if we're not going to spend, we need an identity. If we're not going to compete with Chelsea and these players, we need an identity. We need a manager who's going to build a project. And as fans, we need to be super patient with that project, because we're not as much as I would like Daniel Levy to step back or leave the club. It's not going to happen. So
it's not happening tomorrow. Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I don't see a world where it does happen until he's ready to sell. And what is Daniel Levy going to do if he isn't the chairman of what, go to another club or start again?
Even if he wants to sell, we've seen reports that he still wants to stay on, regardless who buys it. He still wants to stay on.
He's not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. We're not getting rid of him. Everyone's got to got to just accept the fact that this isn't going to happen. What might happen, mate, is he stays, right? If he runs the business, if he deals with these sponsorships, if he fosters relationships with all these fucking companies around the world that want to somehow have a foot into a Premier League club, go and do that. Go and crack on, fill your boots, do whatever you want, right? But what we need is, and this is where I think there is maybe light. So can we do the what might
go ahead?
Yeah,
do whatever
say what you need to say. Yeah, no restrictions.
There may be light at the end of the tunnel, in that we will sell a part of the club to a rich consortium of businessmen or some sort of nation state. And I won't go into the politics of it. This is what football is now. If you don't accept it, don't fucking follow the club. It's just not. It's not practical in the modern era to go, well, I've got a moral obligation to this. If you do, and I appreciate it, but this is what football is. It's been fucked for years. This is just another symptom of it. But see, I don't want to get into that conversation. But what if he sells a part of the club to, let's just say, so it's less contentious, a group of businessmen from America, Todd Bowley, for example, and their interest isn't in making money. Their interest is in boosting their their
returns
agenda, or boosting their popularity, or just raising awareness, brand awareness, whatever it might be.
Oh yeah.
Then they buy a proportion of the club, and their role is elevating the club with our name attached. That might be something. That might be something where you think, actually, right, well, Daniel Levy he's still the guy, he's still the chairman of the club. But you've got these people here who are going to invest in the squad, and ENIC don't have to. They lose up a bit of equity, but they're going to make huge amounts of money by selling that equity. And then eventually the club, explodes in the footballing sense. We win everything. Levy's a hero. Everyone's happy. And then I wake up.
Yeah, go ahead, Dave.
No, go on, Jack. You go first.
I was going to give you a quick follow-up, Flav. I was just going to say, do you feel like, I agree with you, that Daniel Levy does run the business side of things actually quite competently and quite efficiently. Yeah. But where we find ourselves, kind of circling back to the crisis conversation, the crisis isn't on the business side. The crisis is on the footballing side of operations. And where I think you and I, as well as Dave, probably are nervous, is that Levy has a great track record for making the right business decisions, not the right footballing decisions. Yeah. And so if he doesn't have a Paratici next to him anymore, and he doesn't have anybody that's telling him to make the right footballing decisions, it is probably him that's making them right now, and he doesn't have the right track record to make those decisions.
Well, you're right. You're correct. He's got it right a few times. Like he's got it right three times, I'd say, in terms of managerial appointments, maybe two. But yeah, he does need, and look, it's by his own admission, by hiring Paratici, I'm sure he's aware of this. I mean, his focus needs to be on other aspects of Tottenham Hotspur. And look, it's not to say that Paratici won't be around in an advisory role. He can be there at the club telling Daniel Levy what to do. But in practical terms, if he can't operate, he needs to leave. But yeah, look, what do you see this as a? Do you see this as Daniel Levy will take this as an opportunity to, just take back over complete control? I don't think he wants to, does he?
I think he is scared to have to take on that pressure again, because like you said, I think he is in his element. He is most comfortable signing off deals to whatever soap brand, or signing off deals to, the F1 or whatever it may be. That is his element. That is what he's good at. Yeah. But he is also, I think, a bit too what would you say, the opposite of humble. He's a bit too, kind of unwilling to accept, I think, someone to make these decisions for him that could go above him. He's unwilling to give the keys to the palace, it feels like, to someone else when it comes to the footballing side, because for this crisis that we're in, we need footballing solutions, footballing operations, footballing solutions on the pitch, basically. And he's not the guy that seems comfortable making those decisions, nor is he the guy that seems comfortable relinquishing those kind of decisions to somebody else. He's not just giving it to anybody willy-nilly. It feels like he will make those decisions himself, unless he has somebody that he respects or somebody that he kind of is maybe even intimidated by. He seems to have a bit of a fascination for these guys that he's a bit intimidated by, kind of like Conte, Jose, and Paratici. I think that's what I heard with Paratici was like a bit more kind of in his face about things when he got things wrong. So maybe that's what he needs.
I don't think he's looking to gain control over the club. I think you got to look at the situation. Conte sacked himself. Paratici's ban came from FIFA. So it's not like he's sort of, removed him off his own accord to be able to take full control. And I don't think he wants it. And this is why I say this, is because he brought in Paratici and gave Paratici an increased role and more power than what he's ever given anyone. He's sort of over recruitment or in charge of recruitment before. And I think when I look at Tottenham, right, and I say this a lot, Flav, but, you've got Enoch who paid Daniel Levy to take their shit, so it never goes to them. You've got Daniel Levy who pays Paratici to take his shit, so it never goes to him. Paratici who brings in a manager to pay him to take his shit, so it doesn't go to him. And the manager then does it to the players so that they take his shit and it doesn't go to him. And then the players just blame everybody else. So I think it's one big, massive blame game. And I think everyone's paying everybody else to sort of take the flat with it. I'm not sure how we get out of this. I don't think we find ourselves in quite a pickle. It's not good that Daniel Levy, the reports is that Daniel Levy is sort of hiding. And again, by giving Paratici the power that he gave him, I don't think he knows how to get us out of this. So I don't think he wants that sort of control. I think he wants to leave it to someone else so that if it doesn't work out, he can say, well, look, what do you think I pay these guys for?